Hello, Wim. It's good to see you again. I'm happy to have known you since 1977, when our old and dear friend Nick introduced us in his loft. This tape is made in honor of your 40th birthday, which also happens to be the 40th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. An auspicious time for you. It's probably a coincidence that your two latest movies were made in the United States and Japan, the two countries that ended their war with one another at about the time you were born. And I've always wondered, as a point of history, why it was necessary to drop a bomb on both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Why was it necessary to drop a second bomb after people could see the destruction of the first? And I've talked to my father about it and even argued with him, because my father was in the Marine Corps, stationed in the Pacific at that time. He was only 22 years old. And he said that if we did not drop the bombs, 1 million American servicemen would have been killed in the invasion of Japan. And he said if that happened, he would have been killed in that invasion, and I would never have been born. So I cannot argue with that logic. If it wasn't for the atom bomb, maybe I would have missed this life. But still, ironically, I've learned a lot from your movies. And I consider you a dear friend, and we made this bond back when we were doing that movie of Nick in 1979. He's been dead already 6 years. So I have a fellow feeling with the people we have known together and the people I have met through you. And I was deeply moved that you dedicated your film Tokyo Ga to your father and mother and brother. Because I too, when I think about it, I care about my family a lot. Even though I've given my parents a lot of worries over the years. I liked meeting Patrick Kreutzer when he came to New York last spring, and I was very touched by the way he spoke of you. One could see that he almost regards you as a father, because he's the one older person, an older man he had to look up to. And since one of the themes of my life is the search for a father or a father figure, and Nick was a surrogate father also, it reminded me of a line from one of Nick's films, his last Hollywood movie, 55 Days That Became, in which a Catholic priest states, "Every man is a father to every child." And I feel that way about the children who are not my own. Because as much as we live in the shadow of the Second World War, children live in the shadow of our experience. And I sometimes wonder, Wim, if the climax of this century is going to be another war. And we have to be very strong in our character and in all that we do to become good and decent human beings. So I just want to wish you a happy birthday, and to wish you good luck in your remarkable career, and make good movies, most important of all, because that's your greatest gift, as much to other people as to yourself. And just remember something the great baseball pitcher Satchel Paige once said about age. He said, if you didn't know how old you were, how old would you be? And that's true, because we're still young yet. I was born in mid-century, and you are just 5 years older than me. But I feel that we are brothers in arms in this universe. So I would just like to leave you with a quote from Goethe, one of your favorite writers. Ich bin des Treiben müde. Was soll all der Schmerz und Lust